Well, good morning, Arizona. It is 9:10. If you've lived in the Valley a long time, you will remember this. 18 years ago today, Phoenix police officer Jason Schechterle's life changed forever. While driving in his police cruiser, he was involved in a crash that resulted in a fire and left him disfigured. And despite all that he has had to go through to heal and survive, he now uses his incredible resilience and experience to spread hope as a motivational speaker.
So we are so pleased to have Jason Schechterle joining us in studio this morning to find out what he's been up to, including a new partnership for a cause very near and dear to him with Serenity Hospice. So I wanted to ask you, you talk a lot about inner strength. We all know what happened to you and what you've gone through. Looking back over the 18 years, how did you find that inner strength when most people probably would have given up?
There are hundreds, if not thousands, of answers to that question. I had so much support. I had the career that I loved, family. I had kids at the time, something bigger than myself to live for, and so many people that believed in me. A lot of officers that died in the same rear-end fuel-fed fire crash, and I'm the one who gets a fire truck in their intersection. So I had just so many reasons to fight and live through this, and to love this community that I live in. I'm born and raised here in the Valley. It's just been a blessing on top of blessing.
What is this anniversary when you approach this date? And I know this date has a number of significant meanings to you. What emotions does it stir in you?
It's been different over the years.
Okay.
I will admit that today's the 18th. This is probably the first time that I'm a little bit hesitant of today. So just for a quick background, people, 20 years ago today, Mark Atkinson, Phoenix police officer, was shot and killed in the line of duty, and I was working at APS, had a great life going, and he was my calling. He was my inspiration to become a police officer. 2 years to the day later, I almost died in the line of duty, and obviously my life, my appearance, everything has drastically changed. And then 2 years ago today, of all days, instead of celebrating my 16th anniversary, I'm holding my dad's hand while he dies. So March 26th is ironic, and a lot of, you could look at it as bad, but also a lot of strength and beauty. And when it comes to today, I'm gonna make it a great day. I'm getting my taxes done later.
Well, that could be good or bad.
Just a big to the day. And then my son has a baseball game tonight. He's a good player and enjoying his life right now. And I'm just hoping he has a great game and makes the most of. This is the baby who was born after the accident.
Oh my gosh.
Talk about perspective and when I look at him. So today's going to be a good day.
We'll talk about hospice in a second because I know it's very important to you. Regarding your family, you have an amazing love story. Have you ever been approached about a movie being made about you or something with your wife and kids?
Thankfully no, because I don't think I could handle a movie. The book, Burning Shield, Landon Napoleon, he did an incredible job getting this story captured. And my family has been rock solid through this. And I truly believe, like when I look at my kids today, I had 2 young kids at the time, now I have 3. What my daughter's off doing in medical school to help children affected by trauma. My son, who was 3 when I was in a coma and really struggled, is now blossomed into just an incredible, compassionate, beautiful young man. And then the baby is everything. So my family overall, I had everything in place. I was set up. There's no way I could have failed.
Yeah.
And that is just incredible because you knew that there was people who need you and love you and that higher calling. Yeah. And not everybody feels that sense of support when they're going through a crisis.
No.
And right now you're able to connect with people and share your message and help them tap into that as well.
Yeah, I love to go out and there's different names for it, public speaking, motivational speaking. I just love to share my story. I try to be as vulnerable and humble as I can. I think everybody has a story. Everybody has gone through a lot of things, and adversity is forming plenty new ways to come at us in the future. So we laugh and we cry in the same hour, get a little bit of perspective on what we have gone through, how we can overcome it, and just understand you've got to find ways to fall in love with life again and again every day. They say, motivation and inspiration doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. And I take a shower every day. I try to find new things to do.
That's one of the great things about you. Are one funny dude. I want to ask you about hospice. I know it's very important to you. They were there when your father passed. Same with my father, and they really can make life so much better in that very difficult time.
Yeah, I was, again, very lucky. I'd gone through life, not experienced a lot of death in my family. And when it came my father's time, he had stage 4 esophageal cancer. It was really tough. He put up a fight for a little while, but then when he made the decision that it was time, and we went through the hospice process, I was able to see the true beauty in it. It just allowed me to be a son. I could be thankful and grateful to him and just love him. And we didn't have to worry about the details that you're going through a tough enough time. And so through that sadness, I've tried to turn it into something positive, and being the spokesperson for Serenity Hospice, what these folks do for families and their loved ones in that time of life it's just incredible.
So true.
Oh, well, thank you for sharing that message, and gosh, for being here over the years, and for being open to allowing us to go on this journey with you. It's just really been remarkable.
I've had a beautiful life, and I love every day, so thank you very much for sharing it.
All right, well, let's get out on the golf course.
Let's do it.
All right.
Don't let him win. You won't,
No
right?
way.
Okay.
No way.
Are you kidding? You can't beat him.
Not a chance.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.